Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel once again. So today I'll be showcasing one more team in the Halloween Cup, and as you guys already know that poison typing in this meta is really strong because it does not have a hard resist to it, because there is no psychic typing, neither there is no ground typing. So it's a very dominant team, dominant typing rather, in this meta. So I see many poison typings that are dominating this meta. It's the first thing is Nidoqueen, then Drapion. Sometimes it's Ariados or maybe a Skunk Tank as well. But today I'm going to use a forgotten poison type user, poison type Pokemon rather that you can say, which is the Dragalge. So in the past season, since I believe in season 9, I have already featured Dragalge in the Halloween Cup. And that time I used the core of Jellicent along with Drapion, but today I'm going to use Dragalge along with the core of Jellicent and A9. In this team I have got Jellicent and A9 core, which is a good core because Jellicent does resist both poison and fire typing, whereas A9 does resist dark type attacks as well. So that's the core over here, and I am having Dragalge as a safe swap in this scenario because of the oppressive heavy damage from Dragon Tail and spamminess from Aqua Tail, and the coverage nuke of Outrage does hit very hard and comes in handy in some scenarios, and you guys already will be seeing that how good is Dragalge, because it did come to some of the games where it did come in clutch with the Dragon Tail oppressive damage. So that's the thing, and that's the thought process that I had with this team. So without further more delay into the introduction, let's quickly jump into the battles and check out how this team performed. So now moving into the first battle, I have got a terrible lead over here against Greninja. So Greninja lead is pretty tough, so I'll be immediately safe swapping into my Dragalge over here, and I'll be going for the heavy damage from Dragon Tail. And as you guys already see that this Greninja with 3 Dragon Tails is almost down to 60% of its health. To which I'll be letting the first Night Slash go through, and they comes back with the Malamar over here. I'm not waiting this time. I'll be going for the hard-hitting move of Outrage, which connects over here, doing massive neutral damage. And now this is going to be the foul play or the superpower, to which I will be investing my first shield, and I'll be going for the hard farm over here. So now I do get switch, which is really great, and they comes back with their own Escalivier over here, to which I believe they are going to go for the hard farm, but this Dragon Tail and Aqua Tail damage will be adding up onto this Escalivier. As you guys already see that the Escalivier is down to 70%, down 70% of his health, and now I'll be going for the next Aqua Tail, to which they invest their first shield and they gives up switch, coming back with their own Greninja. So for Greninja I do have a pretty good response to it, because this Greninja is kind of low. And now I'll be going letting the first serve go through, and I'll be going for my own Wither Ball this time. So this Wither Ball will be doing enough damage to get the knockout for this Greninja, but they invest their final shield, to which I will be investing my final shield on this serve from the Greninja, because I can reach to the next Wither Ball, which will be enough to get the knockout for this Greninja. And I will be immediately safe swapping, not safe swapping, I'll be immediately going back to my Jellicent, which has full of its health. I am quite sure that this Escalivier is quite loaded, but it will be taking around 3 runs and couple of counters to get the knockout for this Jellicent, to which I'll be getting to a bubble beam, but my opponent just recognizes their fate and top plays the game. So that's a very good game and really well played from my end. So a good game. Moving into the next battle, again I've got a pretty rough lead over here with Mandibuzz, and they I switch back into my safe swap, which is Dragalge, and they comes back with their own Frost Slash over here. So now I'm pretty sure that I'm getting hard counter, because this Avalanche is doing neutral damage because of my partial Dragon typing on my Dragalge. So I'll be investing my first shield to it, to which I believe I will be throwing the first Aqua Tail, to this Frostlass, which will be able to shield up, and now I believe they will not be able to get to one more avalanche, to which I'll be able to Dragon Tail them down. So now in this situation as well, I do get switch advantage over here, matching up on the shields, which is really nice. And I believe this time also this Mandibuzz is going for the hard form with the air slashes, but it is not very favorable in their matchup, because as you guys can see, this Aqua Tail and Dragon Tail spamminess and heavy damage from the fast move is really adding up onto this Mandibuzz, and they comes back with their own Nidoqueen as I switch back into my Jellicent. So now I'll be going for the first Bubble Beam, to which my opponent just recognizes their loose condition and again top lefts the game. So that's a really great game from my opponent, and GG's to it. Moving into the next matchup, next matchup, I have again got a tough lead over here with Shadow Tyranitar, which is really spicy and tough, because this crunch and smackdown will be hurting me a lot. So now I'll be going for the first Bubble Beam, which will currently debuff my opponent's attack, but it is still not enough to get the actually to get the knockout for my Jellicent, to which I'll be going for the next Bubble Beam. And I believe I'll be able to get the first shield from my opponent, to which I will be outpacing this of my opponent's Tyranitar to the next Bubble Beam, to which they catch a perfect they catch a Bubble Beam perfectly onto their own Shadow Granbull over here, to which I do have a neutral answer with my own spammy A9. I'll be going for the next Weather Ball, to which I will be getting the knockout for the Granbull as well, to which they comes back with their own Tyra, and I believe I would have thrown the first Weather Ball, but they believe I was on that, so that's the reason they threw the crunch over here, and they comes back with their and I come back with my Dragalge to get the hard farm onto the Tyranitar. And the final Pokemon from my opponent is going to be Gengar, which is one of my favorite Pokemons. So now I'll be shielding up the first Shadow Punch over here, as you guys can see, this Dragon Tail is absolutely deleting the health from this Gengar, and this is going to be the next Shadow Punch, which I believe I can survive, which I do, and I'll be going for the next Aqua Tail, which will just be enough to get the knockout for this squishy Gengar and get the win for this third battle as well. So that's a really great game and well played to my opponent. So good game. Moving into the next matchup, I have got a middle lead of Jellicent over here, but this matchup is kind of scary and bait dependent. So now I lose CMP over here, which is not really great, so I call the bait over here, to which I correctly call the bait, and it's a Bubble Beam shield bait, to which now I'll be going for my own Shadow Ball. Let's see. So my opponent just recognizes that and opts to shield the first Shadow Ball, to which now I believe I will be again calling the bait, but this time I lose that call, because this was a Shadow Ball and which was enough to get the knockout from that range, to which I will be coming back with my own Dragalge over here to get almost the super farm down. I will term that super farm down, because it is really tough to farm down Jellicent from that kind of health, and I am now double debuffed, so which is really scary. So now I'll be going for the first Aqua Tail after building up to 100 energy. So this is going to be the first Aqua Tail, which I'll undercharge. No, I do the excellent over here, to which it will not be enough to get the knockout, and I come back with my own Ninetales to cast the next Bubble Beam, to which I'll be getting the hard farm. But my opponent just comes back with their own Frostlass over here, and I believe this is not going to be a Shadow Ball, which is a resisted avalanche, and I call it correctly, and I'll be going for the hard-hitting move of Dazzling Gleam, which will be enough to get the knockout from this Frostlass. But my opponent does opt to shield over here, which is really nice, because now my win con over here is my Dragalge with 2 shields, and let's see what my opponent does have in the back. So I'll be going for the outrage to just delete the Frostlass from that great health, which will be just enough to get the knockout, which I'm quite sure. And let's see what my opponent does have in the back, which is going to be a Nidoqueen, which to which I will be resisting the Poison Fang and the poison jab as well because of my dragon and poison typing. But I have to be aware of the earth power. Since I'm up to shield, I'll be going for the hard hitting move of outreach, which does hit like a truck, and it has also got stab bonus, which will be just enough to get the knockout for the Nidoqueen, as well as getting the win for the 4th battle for this video. So that's a really great game, and GG's to my opponent. Moving into the next matchup, I've got a neutral lead over here against Forretress. So for Forretress, it have got access to the recommended moveset is Bug Bite, Mirror Shot, and Earthquake, which does nothing to my Jellicent. So I'll be going for my own Shadow Ball first time, and I'll be going for the debuffed move of Bubble Beam. So to which they catches they do switch out into their own Alola and Raticate over here, which is really spicy in this meta because there are so much charm users, because it is so oppressive with the charm, which just get deleted. So to which I'll be coming back with my own A9, and I get the first shield from my opponent, which is really nice. And now I call the bait because I do survive 1-5 Hyper Fang and Crunch, but they went for the Hyper Beam, which is such a nuke to this A9, which just got boomed out of the ground over here. To which they comes back with their own ability is going to be a Venomoth. Let's see, I'm not quite sure. Yeah, it's a Venomoth, to which it is using Confusion, so it is not a very favorable matchup for my Dragalge over here. So I'll be safe swapping again into my own Jellicent after coming back with my Dragalge over here. I'll be going for the debuffed bait move of Bubble Beam. So now I will be going for the next Bubble Beam, which I believe will not be enough to get the knockout, but it will surely put it into its very low health. And I snuck in one more Hex, which is not enough to get the knockout, and I can survive one more Poison Fang as well. So now they switch out again into their own Forretress, which I believe I'll be investing my final shield, and he's going to be a Sandtome shield bait. So now I'm quite sure that this is going to be another Sandtome, which is a very weak move and is kind of trash as well. So now they are having shield advantage, which is not really nice, and they comes back with their own Venomoth, which just get farmed down. To which they are now coming back with their own very low Raticate, which just get deleted with the couple of Dragon Tails, and I do get the win for the 5th battle as well. So GG's to my opponent, great game. Moving into the bonus battle of the video, I have got the lead of Wormadam Trash over here, which is really nice because I can hit for neutral damage with the Shadow Ball, and they does have only access to resisted moves like Confusion, Iron Head, and Bug Buzz. So I'll be letting the first charge move go through, which is going to be a resisted Bug Buzz, which does not deal enough to my Jellicent over here. And now I'll be going for the Shadow Ball, and no baiting this time because my Dragalge does not want to face this confusion user rather, and they comes back with their own Azumarill over here. So to Azumarill, I'll be going for the Shadow Ball over here, and this is really looking pretty tough because I don't have a really great hard answer to this Azumarill, because both my Dragalge and A9 does neutral damage to this Mega Button resisted damage to this Azumarill. So to which I just went for the debuff move of Bubble Beam, and now I'll be coming back with my own A9. So this is going to be a Play Rough or a Ice Beam, I believe a Play Rough, but they goes for the Hydro Pump. So now I'm quite sure that they are running Ice Beam and Hydro Pump, to which I'll be going for the Dazzling Gleam this time, so hoping my opponent does let it go, which they does, and let's see what my opponent does have in the back. So my opponent does have a Nidoqueen once again, so which is not really great because I should have switched out into my Dragalge rather than giving them the hard farm onto my A9, and I call the bait correctly over here of the Poison Fang, which is resisted, and I can easily survive the next Poison Fang as well. So I'll be going for the Aqua Tail, which does give me the first shield from my opponent, and now I have to shield over here. So I believe this is going to be one more Poison Fang, but I do have to shield because I am debuffed right now. And now I'm going for the next Aqua Tail, which will surely get the final shield from my opponent, and this is going to be the next move. And I snuck in one more Dragon Tail, so I have to shield, opt to shield over here, which is Earth Power, which I'm happy to take. And now I'll be going for the next Dragon Tail, which will be enough to get the knockout, and my opponent does top left the game. So that's a GG's to my opponent. Great game. So as you guys can see, Dragalge is just OP as a safe swap in this meta as well, but I'm not quite sure why not many people are using it. So I use it for my sets over here, which I went 4-1 4-1 up, which is really great. And that's all for this video. See you again in the next one. Till then, peace.